This is Unit 7.5, Lesson 6. This goes with the lesson Floating in Groups, where we talked about multiplying positive and negative numbers. Now, just to recap, we know that a negative times a negative is a positive. We know that a positive times a positive is a positive. And we know that a positive times a negative is a negative, and a negative times a positive is a negative. So 3 times 4 equals 12. Since everything is positive, I know 3 times positive 4 is 12. Negative 3 times 4 equals B. I know a negative times a positive is a negative, so it's going to be negative 12. Negative 3 times C equals 12. I know to go from negative to a positive, I would have to do a negative times a negative. So C equals negative 4. And I know that D times negative 4 equals negative 12, means D needs to be positive. So D is equal to 3. A submarine starts at 0 units and has a groups of 3 floats and groups of 4 anchors attached. Select all of the expressions that would make the final position positive. So, I know that negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, plus negative 8, that's going to be negative. 6 plus negative 20 is going to be negative. 15 minus negative 8 would be positive. Negative 6 plus 20 would be positive. Negative 15 plus or minus negative 8 would be negative. And 6 minus negative 20, these become positive. So we'd have 3 positives here. Let's look at the next problem. It says, which expression would make the submarine float highest? What would its final position be? So, to me, the one that is, if we solve these, this would be negative 23, negative 14, this would be 23, this would be 14, this would be negative 7, and this one would be 26. So the one that would float the highest would be 2 times 3 minus 5 times negative 4, because its final position would be 26 units. Which expression would it sink the lowest? Well, that would be negative 5 times 3 plus 2 times negative 4, because that would be negative 23 units. Using these groups of float and anchors, write as many different expressions as you can that will make the submarine's final position negative 5. So I could do something like negative 4 times 5 would give me negative 20, and I could add 5 times 3. I could do I could do negative 5 times 3 is negative 15 plus 2 times 5. I could do negative 5 times 1, which is, no, I could do negative 5 times 2 is negative 10 plus 5 times 1. And there's probably so many different responses for this. These are just a couple of examples. Now, a weather station at the top of the mountain reports that the temperature is currently 0 degrees Celsius and has been decreasing at a constant rate of 3 degrees Celsius per hour. What would the temperature be in 2 hours? So it's going to be 2 times -3, which is -6. In 5 hours, I would have 2 times -3. 5 times -3 equals -15. 1 hour ago, so now we're going back in time, so instead of the temperature decreasing, it's actually increasing. So 1 hour ago, it was 3 degrees cooler, and 3 hours ago, it would have been 18 degrees cooler. I'm sorry, it would have been 3 times 3, which is 9 degrees cooler. Warmer, sorry. Okay, let's look at the next one. It says Ty orders a meal that costs $15. The sales tax rate in Tyler's County is 6.6%. How much will the sales tax be on his meal? So we'd have to do 15 times, go over once, twice, 0.066, which give me 30, 33, and a 3. Put down a 0, 6, 6, and 0. Now we can add them up, 0, 9, 9, and want to move the decimal over 3 times, which would be 99 cents. Write an equation to represent the relationship between the original cost of the meal and the total cost after the sales tax. So remember, if I'm adding on sales tax, we have the total cost of the meal, and then we want to multiply it by the cost of the meal plus the tax increase is going to equal Y, the cost after the sales tax. So Tyler also wants to leave between 15 and 20% for the server. How much tip do you think he should leave? So if his meal is, let's say, $15, and he wants to multiply by 20%, he should leave maybe around a $3 tip. What would the total be, including the tip? Explain your reasoning. The total bill would be the $15 plus the 99-cent tip plus the 99-cent tax plus a $3 tip would give me 9, 9, 8, and 1, around $18.99, or give or take. The last one is the Explore. If you wanted to work on this, you could. We did this at the beginning of the year a little bit, so it's up to you if you want to do this or not. Give yourself that extra challenge. Otherwise, we can go over it all in class tomorrow. Thank you.